Hello, hello, hello. I was on here earlier today. I think I did a pretty good little talk, but it was the middle of the day, and it doesn't seem like many people get here, so I figured I'd come back on now. Of course, this time I didn't send out a notification by, um, saying I was going to go live. Just kind of went when I did. I had to. These energies are they're just ridiculous, man. Up, down. And it's not so bad if you could get out, but can you imagine being trapped in the top floor of an apartment building for days on end? I mean, really, there's not many places to go. I take my dog down the sidewalk, and I have to go across the street with her sidewalk, put him in a stroller. It's a major, busy road. Maybe I should have put out a notice for a live feed so people would know I was trying to come back on. That thing keeps going up and down. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Hold on. I was on YouTube Live. Okay. No, I was just seeing what happened. I see you passing on the way back from Myers. He was in the car with me, buddy, and I didn't see the truck, so I don't have to look. So you didn't end up getting to bed? Okay. All right. All right. I was checking because I hadn't heard from you, so I'm going to go ahead and get back to this live feed. All right. All right. Is there somebody here? There we go. We got somebody up here. Hey, thanks for showing up. Man, I've been doing real good sending energy out, but I'm telling you what. I tried listening to some angelic music a minute ago and just went into crying. So weird when everybody dies in your life, you get put somewhere and you just, I don't want to say I don't have anything, but transportation, man. There's nowhere to go around here, big main road. And if I do go anywhere, I feel like a stranger in a strange land, like I'm alone here. It's weird. It's a weird little vibe in this town. I had somebody at a crystal shop tell me that it's always been kind of like a depressing vibe in this town. You can feel it in this building. It's really weird. I've never lived in an apartment building like this. I would not suggest that if you are empathic at all, do not move into an apartment building. Seriously. Get a tent and live in the woods. You'll be happier. I'm not kidding. Because that's what I'm looking for. I mean, anybody right now that come on here could be an opportunity. I've literally told people all I need is a right of way to be able to live on your land for whatever length of time. I don't need to own anything. I've got all the skills to go in and completely from clear cut to setting a whole complete house, man. You know, I got a friend in Ohio I was talking to about living in a fifth wheeler, you know. But see, that's the thing. I ain't just gonna feel this way. I'm getting out of here. The only way to stop feeling this way is to go find where I call home, find the people that I'm supposed to be with, whatever it is, you know. I already talked to people here, and I know they'll let me out of my lease, and I'll get rid of my Section 8, which means that I won't have the rent assistance, but I'm doing something else, man. Because Section 8 is nothing but slavery to me. It just keeps sticking me in shit like this. And in all reality, after talking to some people, there is people with land that would let you live on it in a tent or put a camper, or some people, you know, might let you build something or put, you know, a trailer on or whatever. I've been trying to talk to some people about buying land in Virginia, but I don't know, man. I mean, everything seems cool, but nobody's getting a hold of me. And I'm trying to tell people this is dire straits. This is a matter of my mental capacity, my heart space. I cannot live here anymore. I'm gone by October, and I don't care if I have to dump everything I'm doing and live in a tent, people. If you don't hear from me for a while after that's what I did. And it ain't going crazy. It's going, somebody's got to show that they're not going to be a slave to the bullshit. I'm not going to be a slave to a food stamp card and a Section 8 housing and stuff, you know? What is it you're doing there, Magic Sister? I'm not sure where you're at. Maybe we can help each other. I don't know. What are you up to? Because we all, if anybody can help anybody with anything. And by the way, I don't know if you have, okay, do you know my email? Have any idea where I'm at or anything? I'm just trying to, like, I don't know. I think we're all trying to do something, and I'm just trying in any way that I can to be helpful to any of these processes to get us all to break free from the bullshit, to get out of where we're at, you know? You don't have any of my info? Man, I'll type in my email right now. And I know you, I know I've talked to you for a while. I think you're somebody I trust. So you go to my email. Hell, I can give you my phone number if you want to actually call me. Or you can get a hold of me on Facebook if you're on Facebook. But I know a lot of people ain't on Facebook. But here's my email. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm in southern Michigan at the moment. I went from West Virginia up here to Michigan. You know, the whole thing of coming off all the meds they had me on and stuff. Got stuck in Detroit. That was terrible. Oh my God, that was Dark Night of the Soul in Detroit. No, I tried Discord one time, and it was on a couple other channels, and I couldn't. It was just all glitchy and weird. I had somebody tell me I needed to start a Discord for here, but I don't got it. The last time I had a Discord thing, I don't know what it was. I'm not even sure where the stuff was for it, but I think it was getting on a Luna Ashes channel. Oh, that was my aunt. Hold on a second. All right. I don't, like I said, I don't have, I just tried to get a hold of my dad's oldest sister. I haven't been talking to anybody from that side of the family. I'm trying to, you know, I don't have visitors. I don't go anywhere. It's really, really, really funky. Dana, yeah. Yep. Dana, D-A-N-A, Dana is love, 528 Gmail. Wow, no phone. I could try the Discord thing, but I'm not sure. Like I said, maybe if I try to go on there, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it'd be Google saved or not. I'm really not sure. I am. I'm starting to try and figure out more what I am. You might know a little bit. You obviously see something. I'm trying to figure it out for a while. I don't want to separate myself from anybody and claim myself to be different, but man, this is beyond anything. I swear to you, how do you come into a world when people lie and you literally are confused? Like, it's the weirdest thing you've ever heard of. Like, what is this lying thing? What is this? I literally felt like I walked in here for the first time. I don't know, man. It's really weird. Like I said, all the times I keep picturing like my higher self, and every time I picture my higher self, like I said, it could be something I made up in my own mind, but it's always wings, always wings, always wings. Like I'm 10 or 12 foot tall. It's crazy. I don't know what it means, man. I really don't. Yeah, and if we can find out, is there some kind of outside of Discord, or is there some other ways to communicate on the internet? I know there's different things, calling things and different stuff, but I don't know. Some of that stuff's tied to ads and crap. I don't really know a whole lot about it. I know somebody did. Maybe you can give me an idea how. But somebody was telling me that I need to start a Discord for this channel, so that way everybody could communicate, which would be a good idea, because I still see, like, sometimes when I shut down the live feeds, people still talking, and I hate to shut them down because I don't want people to stop talking to each other. I know how it is, man. I mean, just having somebody to talk to, God. That's important, man. No matter if God is in your heart and your heart is home, it's still important. Hangouts on Gmail doesn't suck. Well, I could probably try that. I got Gmail. That shouldn't be hard to do. So I have an old Yahoo account, but I don't use it for nothing. I use the Gmail, and I use my Google Drive. You know, my phone to send somebody a video file, I'll put it on there and then send them a link, and they can go to my drive. Yeah. You don't have anyone there? Oh, man. Well, I won't ask you here. Yeah, I was going to ask what region you're in, but yeah, we're live on the thing, and I'm public like that, and you worried about it. But that's me. I don't expect other people to be putting their stuff here, you know. It's just one of the things I have to deal with, being who I am, you know. I keep my Facebook public. I don't worry about nobody coming at me. I was a moderator in a channel that was getting trolled heavy, man. And I didn't get anything to happen to me. But I did get a weird warning, and I'm not going into all that. It was so crazy because I'm the only one who sees it. So crazy. It was like, oh my God. Sometimes maybe I see too much. Oklahoma. Oh, yeah. That's kind of interesting. I almost went to Missouri. There's somebody in Missouri that, like I was talking about in my other videos. I thought about going there, but he told me to look up a link. It's another place in Missouri of what they were doing, and what they were going to do something similar, and it's not really what I wanted to do, you know, because the link that I was shown was a bunch of people who they created their own business. They live off the land. All their meals are provided for them. They work 35 hours a week for this business that they created, and all their money goes into one big pot. And whoever's in charge of stuff uses that money to pay for everything that's needed. And basically, you don't have no money or no worries. But that's, it's not the direction I want to go. I want to get a little bit more away from using the system as much. I mean, still you'll have to do things, you know, still you need money to, but I got really good ideas on this stuff. You know, I don't like the idea of everybody having to go and do some crazy job. Everybody should be able to do what they want and then trade back and forth amongst each other. You know, maybe this person's got this skills, this person's got this skills, this one helps this one helps this one, that kind of thing. That's what I see. that's the way everything was originally built. You know, these communities. Hey, what's up, Mike? Native what? Are you talking about like Native American ways of living and stuff? I'm mixed. I'm my great grandma. My grandma's side, both of her side, her dad and her mom's side, she had full-blooded Native. So it's Cherokee, Sioux, and Cheyenne, I think, is what we found out through the blood. And you can see it in my features and stuff. I'm very, 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 very tied into the Native ways, and that's why I'm going crazy here. That's why I was thinking maybe I came from Sirius star system, because they said a lot of the ones that were from that direction came from there. And I tried doing like some BHQ stuff, but I didn't really get real far with that. But the Native stuff just always shows up. I was freaking out when I was in Detroit because I felt like the oppressed and the oppressor. I was flipping out just because of the smell of gas fumes. And I started thinking of everything happening to the planet. And I just started wigging out, man. I mean, really wigging out. That's why I wanted to go back to the Appalachian Mountains. They're ancient, very ancient. And I could feel the spirit of everything, man. It's just like when Yoda said, source is in everything, Luke. I felt that when I was in the mountains, man. You know? Yeah, hello, Mike. Nice guys. Oh, Oyster here too? Well, hello, Oyster Jams. Now you know why you're here. Yeah, let's see if send me an email. I'll figure out that Google Hangouts thing. That might be a good thing to do too, because I know a lot of people they're like, I don't do Facebook. And I can understand. Facebook is like the Matrix to me. You know, it's like plugging into the Matrix, except for sometimes I feel like a little kid with a stick going up to the fence and doing this. Hey, you guys, check this out. I got something I'm going to frame. Let's see if I can show this up on the screen. YouTube sent me something. I think they pulled last night's video. Well, I was dancing, but the problem was some big, large record company thinks that Dana's going to make money off their tune. So they decided to give me one of them, what the hell do they call that? Let's see here. I got it in a screenshot. I'm proud of it, man. I'm going to hang that shit on my wall. It's from a big record company, dude. They told me I can't use their stuff. All right, come on, screenshots. Where you at? Dun, 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 dun. This is nice, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to take this to the store. I'm going to have it put on photo paper, make a frame for it. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to show up right. Let me go to the other screen and see what's going on here. I don't think I can move the two screens around, so we'll see what that's showing. Hold on a second. Oh, wow, that was weird. I hope I don't do that when I show this thing. Yeah, I know they got that on there on purpose. Hold on, YouTube. I'm getting rid of that. Just let me get to my thing. Says, hi, the Conscious Evolution. Due to a copyright claim, your YouTube video has been blocked. This means that your video will no longer be played on YouTube. Video title, Friday Night Church of Love live chat. Copyrighted content, the tune Let's Groove by SME Records. It's like, come on, people. I'm not trying to like screw anybody out of royalties. I've said over and over, this is a free channel. And all I did was play something that was already on YouTube for free. Oh, man. Crossroads. Yeah. Hey, got Emoji King here too. Are y'all hearing me all right? Because I got one person who keeps complaining about hearing me, and everybody else says that this sounds all right. Well, they did that because I played a song in the background while I was dancing the other day to just, try to get people to be happy, doing my goofy little dances, And I did it to the song Let's Groove, old funky song, man. Groovy tune. And that's what they do. Unless you play a few seconds of it. If you play a full thing, a lot of them can do that. I've seen big channels get hit for this stuff. Rick Beato, man. That guy's got a big channel. He's a music producer, music professor, and he all he does is show people, how good the song is and breaks it down and shows why. So in actuality, it's like getting a free commercial whenever we do this stuff. They're like, nah, that's it. We want to make money off it. We're greedy. And so these record companies, that's a whole big another thing that's going down. It's part of that system, that greedy system that's trying to control people. You know how many artists have been screwed out of money? I remember listening to, okay, hold on, Social Distortion. And man, it was many years after, but the guy was talking and he said they were still in debt over an album like 3 albums ago. So what they do is they go in there and go, oh man, you want to do a video and a tour and all this stuff, and they'll lend you all the money, but then you got to pay the money back. So they were still in debt for like 3 albums ago. The only ones making a big load of money usually is the record companies. Sure, some big musicians make a good amount of money, They can go around knocking over their bass guitars. I just say that because there's a very top-known metal band, and I seen their bass player do that. It just kind of annoyed me because I know he just knocked over a damn near $6,000 bass that I can't, like this right here. It's the same brand as this, except for this is the Chinese version because I can't afford the German-made ones. Well, he's got the German-made ones that just knocking it over on the ground like, no big deal, No idea about what. She has no idea what I'm talking about. No, I had something happen. I won't say on what station. I don't need trolled, man. But somebody that's very, very well known out there keeps saying these things are going to happen. These things are going to happen. These things are going to happen. And I'm like, quit saying these things are going to happen, man. Dude, I got like 85. I'm sure some people here follow, and if they look, they'll see what I'm talking about, who this is. But I don't want to say anything because I ain't getting trolled, man. 85 freaking likes on it. And then people started going back and forth on it. And all I did was said something about Australia, because they're saying it's all in lockdown. It's not all in lockdown. I got friends in Australia. It depends on where you're at. Different areas are, different areas aren't. And then I said something about the guys constantly saying these things are going to happen. I got to be careful because I'm almost saying some of his taglines and I don't want to. And man, it was like I stirred up some shit. Some people got on there and they're like, he's pushing the wrong agenda. I said, yeah, I don't want to say much on here. I said, but you got eyes to see. I said, feel free to come to my channel and check it out. I said, your intuition's spot on. Because he said I was spot on by something I said, but that's it. And this is a well-known person in the spiritual community that actually holds degrees. People just, they're not getting it, man. Pushing some nasty stuff out there. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, the Emoji King. It's like a free commercial, especially when somebody like Rick Beato does it, because he'll tell you, why is this song great? He's a music producer, so he can literally take like songs and take them apart to every instrument and show you stuff you've never heard in there. And you're like, oh my God, they did what? Yeah, and they stuck 2 guitars over on this one and a 12-string on this side, panned this one this way and did that. And I'm like, ooh, neato. Every time I watch one of those, I barely make it through poor Rick Beato's video before I run back to the original to hear the song because I'm so excited about it again. So if anything, he's losing a little bit of time because time means everything on here. Comments, everything, good or bad. You know, that's why sometimes I'll go to a person's thing and just let it run. You know, like maybe I got the main message or whatever, but I just let it run. So that way they get time, you know. But yeah, it's like a free advertisement. But that's just the way, you know, it is in this greedy ass world. That's why it's being, you know, it's taken down. Because like I said, keep that whole prayer, truth. We pray for just truth across the board through the whole world. And that takes away all the power. We don't have to fight anything. As soon as you say battle, you're screwed up, because now you have your perception stuck in the realms of fighting. And you can't think properly when you're doing that. You don't do that. You see all these lies, see all this crap going on. You know, pray, meditate, or set your intentions, whatever you do to get that out there, to have no lies, a world full of just no lies. Yeah, I play bass. I also got a keyboard around here. Well, I put it up because that's going to move. Bongos. And then this, but I lost a piece to it. That's my Native American flute. I want to get one in F sharp. This one's really high. That's an A sharp, but I know what they call this thing, but I can't remember right offhand. It's kind of a weird name. But it actually goes over here, and without that, well, you know, because it actually, long story. But without this, it doesn't do anything. We just go nothing, you know. I don't even know if I could put my hand over it. Well, no, because I'd have to have these fingers all on here, and then, I don't know. Maybe I can put my thumb over it and see if it does anything. That'd be really hard to see here. Maybe I could try that finger. I don't know where I lost that piece. I just carved one because it's made out of wood. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Yep. No, it's not actually a reed. It's just a little block of wood, but they got a certain name for it. I think it starts with C or something. I could go look on one of my channels and find out. I'm actually on Facebook in a Native American flute making group, but I ain't been there since I got in there. Because when I got in there and I realized what all it took to make them, I was like, man, I don't got the equipment to do this. But I did find some guy that actually showed how you can make them out of all kinds of things and carve them and stuff. I think that was, shit, I can't remember what the name of the channel is. It's right on Facebook, too. Love, love, love. See what I just created? That's cool. I got you speaking in another language up there? I'm getting confused. Oh, somebody speaking French or what? Oh, okay. Nah, I don't got a billy club on the wall. I do. What the hell is that? I do have something that would be similar to that. I used to keep this by my door when I lived in Detroit. It's a piece of black locust. Like I said, I lived in Detroit. Of course, you probably should have a gun to live in Detroit, but at least if somebody tried to walk in my door, I could smack them in the face with that if I had to. I actually made that when I was living out in West Virginia. I had it on my bike, but it wasn't for people. It's crazy ass dogs or animals, that try and chase you down the road and shit. I never had to use it or anything, but had one big crazy ass dog. And the only thing the neighbors would say is like when you're driving by in the car, they're like, we can't get that damn dog to stop it. They said if he comes up running next to your car, they said, open the door, smack him in the head with it. Maybe he'll stop. I was like, that might kill the damn dog. Are you people crazy? But they also had coyotes and stuff out there. Fortunately, I never run into any of those going down the road. But I knew a guy that was a state police guy out there, and he had a German Shepherd. And they were jogging one morning and actually got cornered and chased by a whole bunch of coyotes. It's crazy. Played flute in elementary school. I think mainly the thing I see playing in elementary school with them, things like kazoos and stuff. What's that other thing that makes that crazy noise? It's similar to that I don't really care for. I don't know. Whatever it is. I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. No, I followed that QAnon stuff some time back, but I don't really mess with it. I know there could be some different truth and stuff in it. It's just I found a lot of people getting so caught up into the QAnon thing, they weren't really doing anything to work on themselves and the situations around them. They're just waiting for it all to get fixed by something else. And then the whole QAnon thing took over the whole thing of the Great Awakening, and a lot of people just think that's it. That's the whole Great Awakening, the QAnon thing. It's like, no, man. The stuff was predicted before that. That's just part of the process. There's many parts to this process. We're parts of this process. A lot of different things going on, But I catch stuff every now and then. I know some people that are really big into that stuff, so I see stuff here and there. Catch what I need to, that kind of thing. But anyways, I should probably go back to my aunt so she's not real freaked out and stuff. And then see if what's your name got a hold of me. Hey, hello Eileen. I was just getting ready to get out of here. I was just trying to get back to a couple messages. Are you guys going to be on tonight over there on the Unbiased thing? That's one thing I was looking at. I know there's some different people that come on Saturdays, and I know you guys were coming on Saturdays doing like the meditation and stuff. Figured if you guys were doing that, I'd go over there. But take care of a couple things I got here. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've seen the Saturday thing show up. I know last week I looked and I was like, I ain't seen it in a while. Wow, 10 kids, that's a lot of kids. Oh, okay, you're doing one a month now. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know, man. I've just been randomly doing a lot of videos lately, just with what's going on out there, man. What I feel in myself, what I feel in others, I can't stop. I mean, I could feel like I'm going to go totally crazy, lose my mind, be, depressed, sad, whatever. I just can't stay that way. I swear. When they said grand conjunction the other day, talking about Jupiter and Saturn, that flash that I had from the dark crystal. And when they did that, that giant flash from the dark crystal, I swear to you, man, I think we're being told something. I mean, I can't say what's going to happen like anybody else. I'm just another person with some pieces to a puzzle like the rest of you that we're all trying to put together. But I don't know, man. It really made me think, because the way stuff's going right now, it's just really fast with these energies and different things, you know. Yeah. Next all tweaked and stuff. I tell you what, I said higher self over and over, and to get to higher self, I've had to like go through some stuff, y'all. I'm telling you what, you don't want to be isolated. I mean, everybody's like figuring out now what it feels like with this COVID thing. But try this for like 4.5 years, literally. No car, nowhere, no way, nowhere. Mental illness in your family, was on meds, all kind of meds, and then say to yourself one day, I've had enough. And that's what I did. And I was pretty much isolated for quite some time. Every great once in a while, somebody come over. And when I say every great once in a while, I mean like once every few months. It's not even that way now. Don't feel real healthy, man. That's why I figure I gotta go out here and do more videos, because I know there's more other people having a lot of issues, you know, and I'm talking to them daily and stuff. And by doing this, I've also noticed, like one of the last videos I did a couple nights ago, I literally channeled went through my higher self to spirit. And in doing so, I actually gave myself the strength to go through the day while helping everybody else here. Sometimes it's the most important for us to help others, because seriously, when you're helping others, you're helping yourself, especially if you're helping them genuinely. You say, I really want to help this person. So you empty the vessel, and then the energy's coming through source through you, or through your higher self. And if you think about that, well, while that's happening, you know, helping to heal a person, whether it's being with words, what you're doing, you're healing yourself. So yeah, man, very, very, very important, you know. If you're feeling it, some others are feeling it. And if you can muster up enough energy to send out love to others and let go for a minute, especially, like I say, and sink into one of the moments where you go into higher self, start channeling spirit, you end up gaining your own strength while helping others to get theirs. And I'm telling you, it's really, really, really important. We don't have a whole lot of time before a lot of stuff really changes. And I'm starting to believe we might actually have a complete shift in reality. Mandela effect proves it, man. Anything can happen. Anything can switch. Anything. I've seen whole entire houses appear. That just proves that the way reality is. So with that being said, we all manifesting the reality in which we want. Who's to say that during, you know, one of these big events like that conjunction, for example, that we don't get a big bright flash of light and end up Mandela affecting ourselves right into another timeline. I mean, seriously. Oh yeah, Eileen, that is very important. Hello, Darla. I wasn't ignoring you. Yeah, I'm not getting into things right now, but I was talking to you the other night. You didn't see me, and I can't say why. I got a hold of somebody else that's on that channel, and I screenshotted her everything. I was hidden, and some weird shit was said to me, and I'm not going to go into it right now. It's really freaky. My intuition's been ringing for a long time for quite some time on this. Shit really got weird. I'm not getting into that. But anyways, yeah. See, we block ourselves if we want to punish. That's why, you know, I remember saying to somebody a couple years ago, there is no hell. And they said, no, thank you. And I remember thinking, that's the craziest thing. That should be liberating to you. But it's not, because the person wants to punish. So, yeah, we got to look at it as this is a sickness. This is fear. Fear created everything, greed, everything. So we got to that's a sickness that's within everybody. But everybody is of divine nature, because we're all from the same consciousness. Fractalized parts of the same consciousness. So we actually can't hate or punish one another, because then we're hating and punishing ourselves and what we call God. So yeah, I've learned that one, because man, I'm really like, that's it, warrior. We're gonna get them, and can't do that. Because as soon as you think battle, it's like I was saying earlier. As soon as you start thinking battle, you messed up your perception, and you'll be reactive and all kind of stuff. That's something that came to me while I was walking through the store parking lot. Things do that, just out of nowhere, and yeah, what it is look at the situation as like a sickness, and send loving, healing energy, prayers that to that or whatever. But yeah, you don't want to think punishment or anything with anything. I mean, seriously, this is almost like yogi, Buddhist type. I mean, like going way, way deep. I mean, you figure we're always consciously evolving, even outside of a human. Everything that's above us in the other realms, everything's always consciously evolving, And that's just one of the big ones we got to get over here is fear. And fear also leads to retaliation, punishment, all that stuff. Everything goes back to fear. Because I've looked into this, man, and everything that's of negative can all be tracked down to fear. That's why there's a lot of us out there that are hashtagging no fear all over the place. No fear, because that's what they're using right now. Because they cannot, by universal law, turn around and enslave us. But they can enslave us voluntarily through programming. And part of the programming is fear. Fear of not having things leads you to a job you don't like. Fear of this, fear of that, just leads to all these things. And right now they're trying to use the biggest one of all with this mask thing, which is ridiculous. I have not worn a mask once. I have not been sick. I don't do anything extraordinary. I try to eat decent, keep things clean. But hell, I haven't been able to buy a bottle of alcohol in so many months. I'm not even alcohol on the doorknobs or anything anymore. One of those kind of things. Just think I was going to leave a little bit ago. People showed up now. Well, I would have came on at 8, but the reason I didn't come on at 8 was specifically because of unbiased and unfenced. I just didn't want to cross that time thing, because I know a lot of people over there, and I like to go over there and hang out and talk to everybody too. So I would have put it later if I'd have known that. But yeah, now I know that you guys are doing a once a month thing. I'm just going through here real quick, seeing what you guys are saying. I like it when everybody gets talking back and forth with stuff. Yep, push the love agenda, man. Exactly. No need to fight anything. That's truly the only thing that's existence out of that. That's what we call pure consciousness. It would be total. What do they call it? Love with no attachments to it. Pure consciousness. That's what that would be. So outside of this, that's the one thing that the only thing that truly exists. We all come from it. It's just people got programmed. I mean, I was born awakened into this world, but you think I didn't get programmed at one point? I didn't completely close myself down. I've never trusted the government. When you're talking to a guy that's got anarchy tattoos symbols tattooed on him from the age of 16, But it was funny because I've never been violent. I remember telling my art teacher, because that's where I got the ink from, said, why do you put that? And I said, because. I said, if we get rid of the governments and the ruling elite in this world. I said, we can have peace. And she said, oh, you're so gullible. And she said, well, she didn't say it like that, but she pretty much put it into that kind of thought pattern. She said, see, what happened is then you'll have some, evil rulers take over, and then you have a dictator. Sure. Within this last part of the history of the world, that would happen. But the thing is you got to change the hearts of the people. And that's why we're all here, is to help change the hearts of the people. You change the hearts of the people, that can be achieved. Because nobody is going to go, I'm going to take over the world, if their heart is at home. And where is home? Spirit. That's simple. Oh, man. You feel like a drink. Well, watch that, man. I gave up that alcohol 16 years ago. I mean, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but too much of that stuff could be very low vibrating. Who's been a practicing Buddhist? You, Darla? I'm going to tell you what. If y'all want to find out where a lot of the stuff through spirituality and truth comes from, start looking into the Buddhists. And I found one even trippy. Actually, I don't know. Somebody, let's see, that person showed up on Unbiased and on the Fence. I know her name. She's really good. But there's a story that actually tracks back the one we call Jesus or Yeshua to the Buddhists. And not just him going there and the story of, possibly being buried there, but the story of them actually calling for one of their ones. And they believe that it was the one that we call Jesus reincarnated. But either way, it all goes back to there. I mean, even if you look at like the rainbow body stuff, just all these different things. And it's weird because I think the ones that when they were talking that rainbow body thing, they were talking about what they seen within their visions, which is pretty much like a macabre type of thing. But it's funny because I've looked deep into this physics stuff and found it looks like all of reality is being projected from one geometrical shape, and it looks like pretty similar and stuff to what they're seeing as they're doing these meditations. It's pretty wild, man. I know I went to a place called the Ethereum Society, and it was the only place I ever walked to in my life where I walked in there, and there was Jesus and a Buddha sitting right next to each other. Interesting people. They observed all of it, kind of like doing through spirituality, and it was started by some guy that said he was a yogi, came from Venus, and they actually had these crystal things that they charged up when we're working with interdimensional beings that come into Earth. Really trippy, man. Somewhere a friend took me, never been to, and it was wild because when we were sitting in there, they were doing the violet flame meditation, and I had to talk with the guy that used to hang out with the yogi and stuff. He was really interested in talking to me because of some of the stuff that I was saying, but I may have been new there, but I've been working on this stuff for quite some time. So, a lot of what they were saying related to a lot of stuff we say. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, the missing years, Wow. Had someone special in your life, destroyed you, came out of it with reincarnation belief. You know what's wild? I rejected the reincarnation thing my whole life. And you know why? Because of the world that I'm looking at. The way that I was looking at the world. I rejected it because I never wanted to come back here. This place was just made so much. It didn't make no sense to me. But, I was raised basic Christian, so I couldn't find no solace with it, man. It's just basically, hey, everything's going to go to shit. God loves you, but don't mess up or he's going to smack you around. And when stuff gets too bad, your peaceful man Jesus jumping out of the sky with a flaming sword, taking them all out. Like, this don't sound cool at all. So that's why I started digging more and more into stuff, you know. My mom already had a book when she was in college, you know, that told of like different religions from around the world. And it's funny, man, when you start tracking stuff back, you find out where all the stories go to, what they mean and everything. And it's like, you know, there's a lot of different areas of the world that's holding pieces to a puzzle, but a lot of them are fighting over who's right and wrong about stuff. It's really silly. But yeah, I can see why a person, you know, would start studying this as far as the Buddhist stuff. Because the funny thing is I would say a lot of my major beliefs actually really coincide with Buddhism more than anything. Buddhism, or what you hear from like the native peoples, a lot of stuff the native people say is just pretty much can track back to a lot of that kind of stuff anyway, spirit and whatnot. I don't know. Just interesting. I mean, I'm definitely not like any certain way or religion, of course, you know, but some of the main core beliefs, kind of interesting how that works, man. Before we had any kind of religions, there was just truth through spirit, through your heart. You felt it, knew it. And then somebody got the bright idea of going, hey, man, we can make something out of this. Oh, no. Y'all gommed it all up, man. Let's see what I'm missing here. Hey, Eileen, if you think would you like me to make you a moderator? I make my friends moderators because it's best to have your friends as moderators. And I know you don't come around all the time, but nobody does. So if you have enough moderators, then whenever you're on, you have somebody on there. I had to take care of a couple people last night. It wasn't that big. Some guy got on there and said, are you gay? Like, you're going to troll me and that's the best you can do is, are you gay? Must have been a little kid. And I had somebody else say something else. I can't remember what it was, but I had to get rid of them too. All right. Awesome. I'm actually happy to have you as moderator on my channel. On our channel. Our channel. I'm just the host. See, my channel is our channel. All right, cool. I got more blue riches. People I trust and like too, man. Awesome. Y'all still sitting there hanging out with me, and I'm really not talking about a whole lot. You know, I like that. It really means a lot, man. I'm telling you, I don't want to say that I get lonely. I don't want to put any bad thoughts out there, but man, I literally crying on and off the last couple of days. And I keep looking over at that box with my mom in it that I got to get buried. It's like, ugh. Don't talk to brothers. Don't talk to nobody, man. Just finally talked to my daughter last night for the first time in a while. She got kind of a hectic life or just things going on, so I really don't talk to her that much. It's like, man, I know home is in the heart and that's what spirit is, but after a while, just being a social creature, it starts to get to you. I mean, at least if you have a car or something away somewhere, you know, I could try and take a long bus ride, but I'm not going to do that. I got my dog. That poor little guy ended up with PTSD from the people trying to kick in my door when I lived in Detroit. And crazy ex-mother-in-law. I don't know what she did to my dog, but he wouldn't even leave the porch. He literally pooped right on the porch because he would not go in the grass. I don't know what happened. I kept picturing her putting spells on him and stuff. I don't know what's going on here, but it's just weird. So I try to take him everywhere with me, you know. Hey, people passing out hugs. I got hugs. Everybody can have one. Here, have a hug. Ah! Hugs for everybody. Yeah, I know. I have to have that. I have to have time alone. But if you just have nothing nothing but time alone, you know, and not just time alone, but stuck in an apartment with a main road. Like I know a guy right now who I was talking to, and if I can, and if I have to, I can't do anything else. I can live in the possibility I might be able to stay in this fifth wheel camper on his 5 acres in the middle of nowhere. But the thing is, it's 5 acres. I can walk around and feel all cool. I ain't got like traffic going up and down the road making me feel like Frogger, making so much noise you can't hear the crickets. Living in a building. This is a building, man, an apartment building. Apartment buildings are horrible. I had somebody tell me they're horrible for impasse. They're just, oh God. I have never ran into this kind of energy in my life. Everybody's got cell phones and EMF things, and it's like, that's why, check that out, Eileen. It's my own, well, anybody who hasn't seen it, but I've been showing it to people for a few days. So if anybody hasn't seen it, this is my homemade grounding thing. Plug it right in to the ground spot. This is just a coaxial cable, but instead of using the inner cable, I use the outside shielding cable. And I can actually lay this in my bed, and it'll go across where my feet is and stretch it to the other side. And my little puppy dog can lay on it too. He's 14 years old, man. I love him to death. That's been my best friend for many years now. And I look at things like this. Standing on the floor like this ain't good for me. It definitely ain't good for him. I drink spring water. He drinks spring water. You know? Ain't no sense in nothing stupid. I was giving him them little sausages in a can. He'd get worms every so often. I'm like, I won't even eat sausages in the can. That's processed food. Why am I giving it to him? So I just start cooking and boiling him some chicken, just plain chicken. No more problems. He's okay now. Doesn't get worms. Of course, the good thing is diatomaceous earth. Remember that. It's great for a lot of stuff. But it can deworm your dog, and it can take care of you, too. I got food poisoning from, oh, man, it was a few years ago, from one of them big hamburger places in the hood. And I had diatomaceous earth for gardening purposes. And I swear to you, higher self, God, whoever, angels, something told me. I just figured it was my soul saying, look up diatomaceous earth. I'm like, what? And right there on the side of my YouTube, it had a recommendation. I looked it up. And somebody explained, you know, the molecular structure of it, how it's like a little tubular structure. So it not only scrapes as it goes around there, it doesn't harm you, but the tubular structure will catch, you know, like bacteria and stuff in it. I would just suggest if you do it for a few days, that it's indiscriminate, just like an antibiotic. It'll just get everything out of there. So after you do that for a few days, put your probiotics back into it. You know, whether you use just straight probiotics, you buy little bottles of stuff, you know, kombucha. I like sauerkraut. It's cheap, easy, works well. You know, whatever you use to get your probiotics in you. Oh man, I could use stuff like that. I don't have money to buy stuff like that. I gotta quit saying that. Currently, I don't have the funds to get organite such. But if I did, man, I'd love to have crystals and organite, different stuff. That's why I was thinking if my channel ever got big enough, I'm like, nah, don't monetize me. If people, you know, they want to help out the channel, they can either donate stuff or they can just get something like that and send it, you know. Because I thought about the monetization thing, and what gets me with that is I don't want to be putting out a beautiful message for everybody and have like drug companies doing commercials on my stuff, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I can't have that. That's not cool. You know, it's not the thing of making money. You know, I've had to come to an understanding of in this world I currently do need money because I kept getting down on money, and I was broke as shit. I had a friend tell me, it's like, man, you're manifesting that crap into your own life. You got to quit, you know, calling money, you know, the root of all problems and all this stuff, you know, and denying that you need it because you ain't going to have it. And I was like, well, that's true. You manifest stuff by bringing it into the now, not by going, you know. See, I was making some Hitch King to gift towers. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I should have read up above to see what you guys are talking about first. Yeah, I can't find my piece of Moldavite, man. I don't know where it's at right now. It usually pops up. Sometimes Moldavite will disappear from people. It won't stay near them, but mine's always stayed with me. But I do still have this. Hey, let's see. Does anybody know how to turn on that light function, the flashlight function on one of these sneaking phones? Because you can't tell what this is right now. It just looks like a darn rock. But when I hit that with a light, that thing will look like a piece of cloudy quartz. It's shit. It's in the same family as Moldavite. But they think this actually came from an asteroid. It hit the ground, melted, disintegrated, blew up into the air, and then came back down. It came from Arizona. I know what this is called, but I can't remember it. Shake your phone. I think you're messing with me. Shake my phone. Hey, man, I don't know enough about phones. If you told me to tap on it 3 times and say hallelujah and it'll work, I'd probably try it. I don't know why that would work, but whatever. Where's my glasses? People around the globe been gifting telecom towers, Organite. Huh. I've looked into making the Organite stuff before. Yeah, this right here, that's one of the when I ended up on Bruce's channel a long time ago, that's one of the ways they ended up knowing me was the Moldavite headband guy. Cause I went on there and I said I had Moldavite in my headband because I got little slits in here. And I can stick different crystals. A lot of times just flat crystals. But I've even had this one in there. And you said, what's that kind of like being like Jimi Hendrix? Like Jimi Hendrix, it's like, like the acid in the headband, putting LSD in this headband. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Because he was talking about Moldavite. And I was like, yeah, I wear Moldavite. Wear it in my headband. There's actually a group for Moldavite on Facebook. Man, I see some Moldavite in there that looks so cool, like big pieces. And it looks like it like melted, almost like candle waxy. It's just trippy looking. Saphrodite. I think that's what this is called. I'm still trying to figure out this. I don't know where it's at on here. I've tried looking for the flashlight thing, but is that what it's called? It's a flashlight? I don't know enough about phones. I don't use these. I use a computer. I only use this thing to make phone calls, so I don't know what I'm doing on it half the time. I'm not even sure what a thingy is. It's got all the screens on it. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's it. I know it's got one because it came on by accident one time. I don't know what I did, but I made it come on. File manager, Google, no. Sound recorder, nope. I don't know. I don't see one. I thought I had one. Hey, hold on. I have a real flashlight. I forgot. I forgot all about that. I got this just not too long ago. A little cheap flashlight. That should do it. All right, let's see. Let's see if that'll give enough light. Oh, man, that might be too bright in your face to see. Crap. I know we can. My friend did it with his cell phone, and it was no big issue, but I don't think it's going to work, man. You literally got to have it on the light, but you're just getting blinded from it. See, if I stick it off to the side, you can almost see it trying to go translucent. See, it's trippy, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep sticking that light in y'all's eyes. But there's some will be more cloudy, some more see-through. It just depends on the piece you get. But the funny thing is it literally is black like a burnt meteorite-looking thing. But the fill and weight of it, of course, is not meteorite. It's not metal. It's like crystal. You know, and when you shine the light through it, it's like looking through a crazy crystal. Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat, man. A friend of mine gave it to me, but it's a really weird situation. We're not friends anymore. Weird how stuff happens, man. Even people you think you might not vibrate past, sometimes that happens, you know? It's really weird. But not really, though, because it's like a whole bunch of friends go away and then get a whole new group of friends. But the whole new group of friends that you're like, oh, wow, these people are wide awake and, you know, and so it's a cool thing. But, man, I tell you what, I know for every one of us, when it first started happening, people started going away. You know, it's like, what's going on, man? I mean, seriously, I'm so happy we have the internet. Because if it wasn't for the internet, I don't know, man. Maybe I'd have went back to a mental health facility or something and been like, hey, I don't want to be here, but what is going on? I don't know. Knowing me, I'd have probably just grabbed my tent, my fishing poles, and just went out to the woods and said, screw it. I'm just going to live out in the woods. I'm actually thinking that way now. Stare at a small, low little cloud or chemtrail and vacuum it up or just see blue through it till it disappears. Takes a few minutes, but anyone can do it. And you know what? I believe that. I believe we could do anything. I mean, you might as well, whatever they say with the holographic universe. I mean, a lot of that stuff's got to be true. Back to the Mandela effect, it shows it. So yeah, if you literally, don't doubt it. You got to literally believe you have the power to do that. Yeah, you could do that, man. Get rid of the chemtrails, any of that stuff. That's why I know people that say that the 5G, none of that can affect us. Even Michelle, Activating Awake, she was saying some stuff similar today. And it was weird because I had got some other information. It's like we always start getting these things around the same time. Well, I mean, it's stuff probably known for a while, but it's like we get messages to put out there to everybody. And that was pretty much it, you know. Once we realize that we can control these things, we can, you know, and then you don't have, like, you know, big issues with a lot of things that people are having, you know. But that's the thing you got to know. Yeah, I find that interesting. And that's one thing I would like to say, and totally congratulate you, Eileen, because you were doing this stuff when I was a little kid. And I've had moments over these last couple of years where I'm like, I'm just done. So all the ones that were doing this stuff before a lot of us right now, I have to say thank you to, because it would have been so easy to just give up and be like, screw it, whatever, you know, and just assimilate and live life like everybody else and just let it go. So, you know, it's people like y'all that's kept that energy going so we could awaken and be able to help, you know. So thank you greatly. You know, there's many of them been doing this for a long time, and wow. Who are we talking? It's got to be in the 30-year area. I was born in 71, and hell, I'll be 49. Yeah, I'll be 49 this year. Be doggone. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, so just talking into this open thing. Well, that's cool because I had somebody recently give me this. I hated using a microphone because even when I set the perimeters on it, it's an old busted microphone that I've literally like wrapped some tape around and stuff. So it's really, really got a really high part that's like almost annoying. And it does a little bit of an echo thing. And like I said, with the muffled thing, yeah, it's been dropped a million times. Oh, Lord. It actually belonged to a friend that had he used to go places and like DJ and do karaoke. So who knows how many times that microphone's been knocked around. But thanks for telling me that, because I've been really trying to make sure that. Did somebody just say what's normal? Why did I say normal? Because if I said normal, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Normal is just a setting on a washing machine. That's what I was told some years ago. When I was told that, I was like, yep, you're right. It's about the only thing where you're getting the word normal. Cool. I still feel like I'm yelling sometimes just because, like, the air conditioner's on and I can't hear myself. Like before, I could hear myself coming through the speakers. When I first started doing it, I used just like this, webcam. But then the webcam got messed up and I got so used to using that microphone that it was weird at first when I didn't have I couldn't hear myself coming through the speakers. So it was like, felt like I'm yelling. Jonathan Livingston Singel, huh? I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure who that is, but I'd have to write these things down because there's a few things that I'm trying to remember. The brain's starting to do that thing again, man. We're starting to get a little sketchy. I haven't even drank coffee or anything today. I think I might have to just quit drinking coffee. If I had 2 cups of coffee now, I'm like, ugh. I used to drink a pot of coffee easily a day. It's weird. Well, it's not weird. It's the evolving thing. A lot of us going through this evolving with their bodies and stopping eating certain things and all that stuff. Let's see. I have to write it down now because the live feed had disappeared until tomorrow once I shut this off. Jonathan Livingston. Sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be rude. I wanted to write that down because it just seemed like something that maybe I'd want to check out. Wow, 84 years old. Well, that's cool. I remember when I first, came back to this. I'm just gonna say that it's when I knew that I was going through the reawakening process. I mean, you could argue it's been going on for a long time. I quit drinking 16 years ago, but it's like 4 years ago when I realized it. And I remember Wayne Dwyer was one of the people that I was really digging on when I was into it. But it's like I'm coming into this stuff, and the people are already gone. Like Wayne Dwyer, and then I listened to what's her name there for a while. Oh, jeez, how did I forget her name? She's the one that was big for all the BHQ sessions and stuff. One that like pioneered that stuff. I can't believe her name slipped my mind. But I do remember when I was like talking to people and speaking in groups and different stuff, that people would ask me questions like, this person, that person? I'm like, nope. And it made no sense to them. Like, well, how do you have the knowledge that you do? Because I was told it's inside. Somebody told me everything I need to know is inside me, so I started looking. I found a few things. Yeah. But yeah, of course, like everybody else, I listen to all kinds of different people, learn different things. Some people I listen to that I don't listen to now. There's some channels I don't follow. Intuition's led me to figuring out wow. It's like somebody recently just told me, and like I said, I'm not going to say what station it's on, but said that demons are everywhere. And they are. And they hide out in their spiritual communities. And a lot of people are subscribed to them too. I don't know if I call them demons, of course. That's what this person said, but I don't observe that demons thing. I just observe that, yeah, there's some people out there that don't have best intentions in mind. Some of it's not just false information. They just keep saying things like, this is going to happen. Tell you bad stuff and say, this is going to happen. because I did that today, and I said, saying that will cause stuff like that to happen. That's a big channel. And the last I looked, there was like 85 likes on my thing, and a whole bunch of people under there just going back and forth. I was like, oh shit. I think I stirred something up without meaning to. I just don't want people putting stupid spells out there, especially somebody with that big of a channel and that many people literally just following. I don't care if you do got a degree. Stop it, man. As soon as you're saying they're going to do this and literally talking about the bad stuff that the, Illuminobodies are supposed to be doing and saying they're going to do this, they're going to do this. I'm like, man, because I've been watching that person for a while, like walking circles around them. I do this stuff with people, man. It's intuition kicking in. And I found a few of them. I've been in groups on Facebook that's literally imploded because of me being there. And I didn't even do anything. It's just I expose truth everywhere I go. And in a couple of those groups, I've only had like 2 or 3 people that still talk to me because everybody got confused on what the heck happened, or they don't talk to each other. It's really weird. But it's like I can sniff it out, man. It's almost weird, Almost don't want to go anywhere. It's like, nah. I observe truth too much. I go in places and sometimes things just go. It's crazy, man. Anybody know what your thumbnail is? I can't see it from here. I'm staring at a tiny little picture. Yeah, I'd have to go look it up. Demons come from negative human emotions released into the astral field around us. When I read that, I was like, yes, but so are angels. I always say that you see demonic presences and stuff, the energies are out there. I think the energies were created by us. They're negative energies. And it's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man thing, You're manifesting your own demons, But yeah, with that being said, then yeah, the angels too. I literally feel like I don't care what you want to call them. I'm just calling them angels because it makes me happy. And I'm telling you what, there's a group of something around me. I feel them every so often, laughing, giggling. The ones that make you smile all the time, like, come on, old boy. You don't believe that, do you? Like, here it goes again. Now, I've seen 3 beings in here one day. I never used to see stuff. But when I stopped saying I don't see stuff, I did. And I can't really explain it. It's just shapes. Probably about that tall. It was right after I seen elementals out there. But they had a very peaceful guardian type of vibe. Almost playful and loving type of vibe. So I don't know if they were angelic or if they were something from the elemental realm. Because I always thought, yeah, the spirit of everything is within everything out there, but you don't actually see spirits of stuff out there like elementals. And then I proved myself wrong by stopping and just going, okay, well, let's just empty and observe. And then I've seen all kind of little orb things in the field that had the energy of like the little birds that are always chirping, and they're like really got that really happy energy all over that field out there. And that was after I seen this one thing out there 2 or 3 times, great big fog-like thing. And the only thing I could figure was it looked like it was the spirit of that giant cottonwood tree over there, which I know sounds odd, but I don't know, man. Best thing I could come up with wasn't a hallucination. I've seen it a few times. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, negative energies, but that's all, like what I was saying earlier, just brain training, because that's all that's happened. I believe that we just programmed our brains funny from this world, and I've literally went up to people, and they've let me do it. I just start talking to the brain, man. Help to retrain the brain. Don't shame the brain. Just retrain the brain. Don't tell it's doing anything bad. It's just programmed. You know, you got to let it know. Feel for the heart. The heart makes the major decisions. You know, you do quick math, you do some, stuff like move my hands and stuff like that. But the brain will send the signals, and your brain will understand. Because I was talking to mine today, just like out of nowhere. A thought pattern came through, and I was like, "What is that?" I was like, "That's not fear, and it's not this, and I'm not." I said, it's the over analytical part of my mind. I said, "That's okay. I did that to myself. I trained it that way years ago. I'm like, I'm cool with that." So I told it, I said, "Oh, right. What we got going on here is not fear, because what I actually want to do is this." And my heart, I said, our heart, I said, fill our heart. Our heart's telling us where it wants to be. And I swear to you, my brain just calmed down, and I stopped with all the fidgety stuff. And it was like I got the message. Oh, okay, cool. Like my brain literally was relieved that, oh, I ain't going to take care of everything. Nah, man, you're okay. The heart's very, and it will know it too, because your brain, you have all the chemical reactions within you. So your brain knows that what you're saying to it is truth, because it feels the chemical release in your body that's creating the dopamine and the happiness and all that. It's like, okay, cool, man. Because your heart will sends more signals to your brain than your brain sends to your heart. Literally, electromagnetic signals and stuff. It's really neat. Your brain is actually a heart in itself. I love that stuff, man. So cool. That's what I've been doing for like the last 4 years. Just learning, sharing. I was able to, at first, my being put on disability seemed like a bad thing. And yeah, it's tough at times, but I give on a constant basis, and I haven't starved yet. Things are always provided, I haven't been without heat, water, roof, Hey, a healthy immune system is very important. That's how I've got through life. I got a very healthy immune system, but I've also had weird stuff happen to me when I was a kid. I got spinal meningitis twice, not the kind that kills you, the other version. And I had a staph infection that I kept telling them I was having growing pains. We lived in Arizona. Nothing was done about it until we got back to Ohio, because they thought it was growing pains. By the time I got back to Ohio, they did blood work on me and said I had a staph infection so bad I was almost ready to go into rheumatic fever. Made me go into the doctor right away and put me on antibiotics. My mom said I was on antibiotics for like a year. Whoa. Crazy. But I've always had my hands in dirt. And I've not been afraid of germs, even though I am cleanly. I will, especially during flu and cold season, I'll run the door handles with alcohol and stuff like that. I'm not goofy, but I guess there's enough exposure between that, the body itself, whatever DNA structure, family, bloodline, or whatever, and then just, eating certain things. So, yeah, man, having a healthy immune system is really good. So we got people taking off. Hey, I just seen somebody said hi, Thomas. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Yeah, it wasn't like it was a big earthquake, but still, we don't have earthquakes in Michigan. And literally, I knew it was an earthquake when it happened, and it's only the second time. I said there was a tremor when I was in Columbus, Ohio as a kid. A very small earthquake in West Virginia due to fracking. I'm pretty sure it's fracking. It's some kind of explosion, but I know there's fracking going on all over the place, because you start leading into the shale deposit that goes up to Pennsylvania through Ohio, which is, I'm not even getting into that. But this registered at a 3.2. And here's the thing. I don't think it was an actual earthquake, y'all. I don't care if anybody believes me or not. You hear people talking about tunnels and stuff. I know there is, under one of these, I think it's Lake Huron, there's salt mine underneath the lake. And they literally have tunnels going all the way underneath it, pulling salt out of the salt mine. So who's to say that there's not tunnels under a lot of this stuff? Because It sounded like an explosion. Literally. And if I heard it here, that's saying quite a bit because I'm 5 miles from Lake Erie, and it happened out in the lake. And nothing hit it. They said it was 3.2 magnitude earthquake. Somebody seen smoke come up from the water, which they said, oh, it was mist, something else. Okay, geniuses, well, explain it to me then. Why did I hear that boom? If I heard that loud, like boom kind of crack noise, and then, oh, because I could feel it go from east to west through my apartment building. It shook my apartment. I'm 3 floors up, man. I knew it was an earthquake, but there was so much weird energy coming in. I was trying so hard to get myself back into that moment with the one, you know, and my higher self, that I forgot about it. And then later on, I flipped on Facebook, and one of the local news things had a thing on there, and it said that. And that's when I started flipping out again. I was like, holy crap, I knew it. But we're not too far off from Fermi 2 nuclear power plant. And years ago, I'm hoping this is another timeline stuff, but I had flood dreams, which I was thinking maybe had to do with ancient Lemuria, Atlantis, or something. I don't know. Trying to figure out what happened. But a couple of them dreams seemed that way, but some of these others didn't. And I also seen years and years ago, I had an apocalyptic dream with the mushroom cloud. So that didn't help me none because I've had other dreams and it's all coming true. Like the thing with the Ferguson, I've seen all that, you know, all the civil unrest, the weather that's going on now. I've seen all that in my visions. And then the false flag attack in D.C., seen that, which, of course, you probably don't know what I'm talking about because it hasn't happened yet. Hopefully it doesn't, because come to find out, I found a couple other people on YouTube. Not even people I talk to. It's like an out of nowhere thing. Somebody I don't even listen to their channel. Somehow, it's like recommended. I go to it. I almost lost it. I was like, this person just explained exactly what I seen in my vision. Like, oh Lord, what are they doing? But I try not to talk about that stuff because I don't want anything going into fear. And I look at it. This is why I got weird on that other station earlier. Don't keep saying this stuff and bringing it into the now. You know? I mean, things are so weird out there. I don't even like to use English language half the time because it's almost like a bunch of spells that lock you into patterns and behaviors and weird things, man. So funny. I just used to say whatever back in the day. You know, I mean, I would be careful not to offend somebody, but now it's like, I got to think of, well, I don't have to think about it. It's becoming natural, but it's like every word, you know. Fasting every now and then if you can is good to do anyways for lots of reasons. I can only do it for so long, though. I'm at 149 pounds. Hey, fruitarian, man. See, I was talking to a friend about that. I said, I don't think I can make a good vegetarian. I said, I keep forgetting what kind of vegetables to eat. I said, but I could be a fruitarian. And I had people talking about, like, going into fifth dimensional frequency. This was like a long time ago, and saying something about this fruitarians. And I don't know, man. It was kind of interesting. But I remember thinking about that because I could do that all day, man. Except for these last peaches I had. They were so hard to start to chew them up. I'm missing a bunch of teeth. But you figure out ways. I had problems eating carrots, so I shaved a carrot today into what I was eating, you know. So it was like, you know, like you do like a cheese grater, but I just took the knife and just shaved it in there so I could chew it up. But I do believe I could probably be a fruitarian too, man. I still got some avocados in there. Boy, I better go look at them. I might need to use those. That's not the world's greatest tasting. Really has not much taste, but you can mix it with a lot of stuff. Makes great smoothies. Yeah, man. I can see a fruit thing. And yeah, herbs. Dude, that's partly why I want to get out on my own land so I can just start growing the plants and stuff. You know, I know how to can and jar my own food. I really want to start growing medicinal plants and herbs. You know, I was going to get me some seeds through Amazon. Thought of doing it in the house, but it's like, no, I want to be outside because I want to grow wild lettuce too. They say that stuff has got properties that are as strong as opium, but it don't get you high. That's perfect. Something that takes care of pain, because a lot of really good pain medicines get you high, which if you want to be high, that's fine. But what if you're trying to work, you know, trying to work, you want to, knock the pain down a little bit, or I don't know, whatever it be, you can't say to yourself every time I'm in pain, let's do this. And you're like, it's kind of hard to get anything done when you're drawing on yourself, So it's nice to have, one that doesn't. I mean, I tell you what, with that sugars and stuff, I was told the sugars is coming out of our fruits. It's completely different. Everything I've looked into it is. I still use sugar, but rarely. But I use all organic, all natural cane sugar, so it's not like separated out or anything. You still got the brown sugars in it. And I only use that if I eat certain kind of cereal or if I have coffee. Outside of that, I don't add sugar to nothing. I usually get my sugars from fruit. Hey, Jen M, you back here? See now, you see, everybody's clued in on the same thing. Jen, you're saying that as far as that, and he's talking about fruit and stuff. If you keep saying higher timeline, I honestly believe this. This is what I believe. I'm not. Everybody do what they're going to do. I still have to eat meat sometimes, and because of my body and just what I can afford. But I have to be very careful. I don't like to. It smells like death. It's just it seems very wrong. It's the point of making no sense to me. Processed foods, can't put them in my body without my body. We're all evolving, and I honestly believe as we evolve out of this, the beings that we're actually supposed to be doesn't eat meat. Even though we got the teeth and stuff for it, I think we were fiddled with a long time ago, and that's how we ended up that way. I actually seen somebody that said they laid off meat for a while and noticed that when they went back to eating meat, they felt aggressive. And think about the hormones and stuff that are in that when an animal's killed and the different things going into your body. That's why if I still got to eat like that, I got to bless the food kind of thing. But I do honestly believe that's the direction we're heading. It's the vegetation, whether people want to be that way or not. If you say highest version of self, you're going to get to the point where you like got chicken sitting there one day and you're like, oh my God, it smells like a sewer, because that's what raw chicken smells like. It smells like black sewer muck. I don't care where you buy it from. That's the way my nose picks it up. I had some granola one time that was some stuff from a store that had all these crap in it, obviously a bunch of preservatives. Open up the bag and it was like I smelled 10 chemicals all at once. It was like, whoa, this ain't no good. Say carbs are bad is not really precise. Your body has to have a certain ratio of fats, protein, and carbs every day. That's why when people started a low carb diet, I was like, y'all need to check into it a little bit more. See, I've had the skinny body type since I was young, and I used to, I did track and field. I've wrestled, played football. Playing football was where I learned a lot because I was so small, trying to bulk up. And all throughout my life, just keep reading and reading and reading, on different things as far as the body, nutrition, health, and all these different things. You have to have carbs, but it's where we're getting our carbs from this bag. You get your carbs from fruit. You don't want to get them out of your sugars from your bread. You don't want to get them out of just plain sugar, added sugars in food. But carbs are actually your muscles' fuel. They're what fuels your muscles. That's why a lot of football players, like back in the day, you do your spaghetti, like eat spaghetti the night before. They need a big ass thing of spaghetti. Do it al dente. Don't get it completely cooked, because when you completely cook the noodle, then it becomes a fast acting carb. You don't want that. You want a slow acting one. So it just sets in the system, and then they can burn it off the next day as fuel. But I'm not saying to get your carbs from noodles neither. It's fruit's the best place to get your carbs from. Yeah. Trying to sub to Oyster. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I'm sub to Oyster neither. Now, who was it I was talking to earlier? I'm trying to remember who I was talking to earlier that I was going to try and get a hold of on Gmail. Huh. Can't remember right offhand. Well, different body types are going to call for a different amount of grams. That's why they can't do that stuff. I went to my doctor and he said I wasn't overweight at 200 pounds. Now, according to his BMI index, I was, but you can't go by that neither. Body type. There's 3 different body types within all male and female. I can't remember the names. They're really weird names. And mine's considered a hard gainer. It's high metabolism level. I burn off a lot of calories, and I get low sugar if I don't have the correct amount of carbohydrates. And blood type dictates a lot of that too. You know, levels of iron, different things. So yeah, we're probably overdoing it with the carbs. But in all reality, I think everybody's got to be looked at. It's like the doctors. That's what the problem is. The doctors. They need to ask you who you are, what you eat, what your daily routine is, see how much exercise you get, and then go from there. And that's where they make the mistake now. They used to do that stuff. Now they're just trying to bring everybody in and out the door. Go, right here, you fall into this category. Take all this. Everybody's a little bit different. But yeah, I see what you're saying though. We probably do get too many carbs, and they're hidden in all our foods, so it's hard to not get them. I mean, I like to eat peanut butter, but to be honest with you, the peanut butter I'm buying is nothing more than some ground up peanuts, vegetable oil, and added sugar. So they took the peanut oil out, put the incorrect oil in it, and loaded it full of sugar. So I'm probably getting more carbs than I should have at times. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm gonna probably have to get off here and get something to eat. Hey, if anybody knows anything about starting, what was that? A Discord. Somebody had come up with that idea for me doing this on this channel, and that way, you know, y'all could get together and talk more, and I could even come in there and talk to you guys. You know, if not doing videos or whatever. So if anybody has any idea how to do to set up a Discord thing like that, or knows of maybe a video or something I could go look at, let me know. I'll set up some kind of Discord, some kind of chat thing, so you know anybody that's here on the channel can go there. Zoom. I've never tried that. Is it like with the Discord? Is like a chat thing, like a chat room thing? Yeah, well, here, if anybody knows anything about that stuff or just wants to talk to me, here's my email again. Alrighty. Yeah, let's see. Oh, so it's really fun? Okay. Oh, really? You could do the phone thing too? Or like, what'd you just say? Video. Video call? Really? But I wonder if I could go in there and do that. Like I know if you go into Discord, I can set up like a channel thing and you guys can come in there. But could I do that on Zoom too? Set it up as like a group, a channel or something where we could all go in there and do that? Well, you know what? I probably should just Google this stuff here on YouTube. Maybe somebody show me how to do it. Yeah, I'd like to do that, man. That'd be cool. Like a chat room where we could all be on video. Each person chooses if they want video or just chat. It's free. Also, just download the app. So we just like go in there and individually chat, like put it under just my name, or can we do a group name? That's what I was wondering. I don't know. I guess I should quit asking you guys all the questions and just do my own research. Here I am going, hey, give me the answers. And it's like, dude, you're on a computer. you know, you can search for things. Just like it's so much stuff going on in my head sometimes, you know. It's like here lately, I've just been working so hard to get out of here where I'm at. And then that earthquake thing yesterday, and I'm like, that's it. I've had flood dreams. I've had nuclear explosion dreams. I'm 5 miles from one of the biggest freshwater lakes on Earth. And I'm near a power plant. That's it. I'm out of here. I was already out of here to begin with, but that just really kind of got me thinking even more. Dude, I say that one quite a bit. Homie, don't play that. I've actually said that on a few videos too, man. Yeah, in living color. What was that? Fireman Bill. It was funny, man. I think it was Jim Carrey. Yeah, fire chief, I think. Because it was funny because I worked for this lawn service, and the guy that ran the lawn service was going to school to be an EMS guy, and he worked on the volunteer fire department. And it was funny because his name was Bill Conroy, man. So that's what he's called, like Fireman Bill. I remember we were on the job one time, and he showed up to the job site we were working at because we worked apartment complexes and stuff. And he showed up as an EMS to the job we were working at in the lawn truck with the little light on it. I was like, that's kind of funny. Can you imagine you're in there having a heart attack, so a guy jumps out of a truck that says something lawn services on it? I'm here to help you. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, man. What is it? Check out Geos Masterfast. I'm not sure what that is, man. Yeah, if you all think about it, man, any of these ideas, send them to me in my email if you can. Because like I said, once I close this out, this chat's going to disappear until sometime tomorrow. And I won't be able to go back on there and look at it until then. And yeah, it'll still be here tomorrow because I didn't play no music tonight, so they have no reason to shut my thing down. That was like the first time I ever got one of those. I thought, hey, it was a pretty cool song too, so I think I'm going to go to the photo department, put that on a USB drive or something, go to a photo department, have it made up, put it, in frame, stick it on the wall, and make a permanent little area for myself. It's like a little studio area. I'll hang that here next to my little sign. Some people got like YouTube awards on their walls. Not me. I'll have, hey, look, I got trouble. My report card. They're cool about it when they say it, you know. They're just like, hey, we got all kind of free music. You want to try some of that stuff, you know? It ain't their fault. It's a record company, you know, whatever. They want to be goofy, go right ahead. Mess with some guy who's not even making money off anything on a non-monetized channel. Not demonetized, just not monetized. Oh, that sounds interesting. Grape juice, lemons, and Himalayan sea salt. I did it, lemons and Himalayan sea salt. I'm glad you mentioned that. Probably need to get more lemon water in me. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I can only talk so long, you know. Before I get tired of talking, I guess. I've been on here an hour and 45 minutes. That's why I want to do that chat thing, because that'd be great. Because then I can just stop talking and listen, you know. And was doing that with some people on the Facebook Messenger, but it was all just text, you know. So if we could like call and do all those kind of things, that'd be neat. Actually, let's see here. Let's write down the Zoom and Discord thing so I remember to check that out. Because I know I need to go into some kind of meditation, right? Get myself cleared and different stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Like I said, I was almost, well, no, I was in tears earlier. Let's see here. Discord, Zoom. Like I said, any more ideas, if you want to, I mean, if you have the time, you know, feel free to send any of it to my email. All up to you, you know. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Thomas, man. Nice to see you here, bud. Nice to see everybody here. I think this thing says I have 7 likes on here. That's awesome, man. It really makes me feel good, you know. I mean, I knew I had good qualities about me when I was a kid, but I moved to a few different schools. Sometimes things happen, you know, and you just become kind of like a nobody floating around. That's why I've always, like, a land of misfit toys always made sense to me. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, if anybody's got any ideas, anything they want to share, just say hi or whatever. You can email me. If you want to talk to me, I got a phone. And I'm going to look into this. Go ahead and setting this up, man. You know, setting up some kind of Zoom, Discord. Maybe I'll set up both. I don't know. Give some options. And if anybody ever messes around over on the WeedTube, Conscious Evolution is on the WeedTube. I just haven't really messed with it. I only put one video there. But I'm getting notifications left and right from there, like, all the time. So, I don't know. See what happens. But anyways, I love each and every one of you. Brothers and sisters, it makes me just very happy just for y'all to show up, man. You know? It's a good thing. So, peace and love to each and every one of y'all. Beautiful day or evening, whatever it is, and you're a little part of our great, big, beautiful world. And remember, we are Conscious Evolution. Mickey Dog says hi. I love y'all. Peace be with you, and have an awesome evening. Like I said, man, feel free to get a hold of me. You know? Not just some guy running a channel. I'm your friend. I'm just a host on some free YouTube channel. We can all do this. It's no big thing. I'm just like you. Feel free to get a hold of me whatever you want. Well, thank you, Oyster Jam. I very much appreciate it, you know. But yeah, thank y'all. I love you.